Hello and welcome back to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. We are here for Queen Tulsa's Coffee Talk. It has been a minute, and this is where we chat, we give you the news, and then we get into the tea. This going to be mornings from Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., and we're here for an hour. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. In today's episode, we're talking about some of the biggest names in entertainment and sports. Grab your coffee and join the discussion as we break down the latest buzz surrounding Stefon Diggs, Quavo, Offset, Cardi B, Charlamagne the God, Porsha Williams, T.I., Tameka Tiny Harris, Gayle King. We're serving hot takes, trending gossip, entertainment news, and real talk about what's happening in celebrity culture right now. Now, get into this. You can join the conversation. What do you think about the latest celebrity drama and headlines? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And also, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more coffee talk, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the tea. Now, first and foremost, let's go ahead and chat it up first. One thing that I have noticed is the news has been really coming in. You know how you'll have like a dry spell, but then you'll have a moment to where it gets like really, really, really heavy. Okay. So first and foremost, Wendy Osefo and her husband, they're a hot topic in the news because they're actually going to be going to court, I believe, in May, a few days apart. Also, we have Karen Huger, who has returned back to the Bravo franchise. We also have Cardi B out here following around on stage. And they say that she really did good on her tour. But also, they said that she's trying to get Tasha K right on back up in court to do like a financial analyst or examination of her finances to see what she's bringing in because allegedly she's paying $20,000 a month, but I think Cardi wants a little bit more. Don't know how true that is, but we'll stay up to date on that as well. But I did want to go on over here to okay, so we're still chatting. So I know you guys have seen the T.I. and King and 50 Cent and all the other family members that are involved with this whole 50 Cent beef going back and forth. Now, I don't know how you could take back the fact that you done sold t-shirts of somebody's mama. Like this man's mom has passed on. And like I said the other day, I don't think that they would like it if 50 Cents put Precious on a t-shirt. If you guys don't know who Precious is T.I.'s sister. And she, was a pillar to their community. She pretty much was the glue to the family. She kept everything together. You guys probably seen her majority on the show Family Hustle before it got snatched away. Well, since we are on T.I., let's go ahead and get into it. 50 Cent trolls T.I. with a talk of surviving T.I. and Tiny Project. Shout out to the media takeout. G Unit mogul 50 Cent recently hinted that he could be developing a documentary centered on allegations involving T.I. and his wife Tiny. The tease appeared in a now deleted Instagram post that quickly circulated online. In the post, 50 shared a screenshot of a headline referencing a possible project titled Surviving T.I. and Tiny. Alongside the image, he added a message that appeared to reference his past work producing a docu-series focused on allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. Remember how quiet I got before the Diddy doc, he wrote in the post captured by DJ Academics. I hope this doesn't mess up your promo tour. So we do have a photo of that. He also suggests that questions about past accusations could surface if the project moves forward. They're going to ask about your 20 SA your 20 SA cases, he added. TI has publicly responded to the post. The exchange comes as the two rappers have been trading words in recent weeks. T.I. has repeatedly called for a versus battle between the two artists. While 50 has made it clear he is not interested in stepping into the stage with the Southern rapper. T.I. recently released his diss tracks directed at 50, adding fuel to the already heated rivalry. Well, let me just say this. When it comes to T.I. and 50 Cents, um, I don't know. I feel like T.I., he's really he's a guy that's on edge, and it doesn't take much to get him off his rocker. Like I had stated before on Misdirect TV, if you really dig into T.I.'s past, he has been to prison. He has been known to be aggressive with women more than men. The Shekinah, who was Tiny's best friend or her hairstylist at one point in time, he made her feel less than a person. She actually said that he's the reason why she doesn't like men. Yeah. He said that she's the reason that he doesn't like men. And also, she said that, he's a very horrible person. Also, when it comes to that whole little debacle, because there were allegations from women, and Attorney Blackburn was actually on the case. And there were like women that had come forward and said that Ti and Tiny, were being inappropriate or overstepping or and engaging into some activities that were inappropriate. And if we know anything about those type of activities, the P Diddy case, I know there were like substances that they were on and things like that. And, they kind of alluded to the same thing around T.I. and Tiny. So I don't know how true that is, but if he does do a documentary, I do feel like where there's smoke, there is fire. So yeah, that's pretty much but I would just suggest that, T.I. and the whole crew, they just kind of pipe down. But I don't know. When you put somebody's mom on a shirt and she's no longer here and you're mocking it and y'all are making music videos and going on these viral rants, yeah, you've crossed the line. But let's get into this. Gayle King's likely salary for CBS Mornings and 2026 revealed. Gayle King renewed her contract with CBS Mornings amid intense speculation regarding her future. Here's what to know regarding what her salary could be. Gayle King has been one of American television's most recognizable morning news figures for over a decade. She has co-anchored CBS Mornings and its predecessor, CBS This Morning, since 2012. King has built a reputation for her warm energy and engaging interview style, and she seamlessly blends hard news with human interest stories. As one of the highest paid on-air personalities in broadcast journalism, fans want to know what she's paid now that she's renewed her contract in 2026. Here's what we know. Gayle King has officially confirmed that she has renewed her contract with CBS News, cementing her place on CBS Mornings. This confirmation came after speculation that King might exit once her current contract ended in May of 2026. Rumors of the demise were inaccurate and greatly exaggerated, King said in a statement according to Variety. CBS News is my longtime home, and I am committed to our mission. I'm excited about continuing at CBS Mornings. As always, I'm open to new adventures here and ready to go. It took a minute, but we got here, but we got there. And now that we're here, I'm all in. So, sounds like she got a great pay. Sounds like it was something that she definitely could not turn away from. Now, speaking of turning away from, Matthew Knowles breaks silence on interview walkout after Tina Knowles mention. Matthew Knowles is clearing the air after a brief moment from a recent interview sparked debate online. The music executive, best known as the former manager of Destiny's Child and father of Beyonce, recently went viral after a clip showed him walking out of a conversation with a news outlet anchor, Candace Gibson. The exchange happened after Gibson referenced Tina Knowles while praising the family's contributions to music. You've earned your flowers, Gibson told him. I said the same thing to Miss Tina Knowles. Matthew responded with a question that quickly caught attention online. What work did she put in? He asked. When Gibson mentioned Tina's work with hair and styling for Destiny's Child, Matthew acknowledged it before the conversation ended abruptly after seemingly taking issue with the comment about his former wife. Now, in a follow up interview with Page Six, Matthew walked back on his comments, saying that the viral clip does not reflect the full conversation and instead his words were misunderstood. I didn't know what he meant by that. He explained that was a question, not a comment. Matthew added that Tina played a much larger role in shaping the group's image. Tina did way more than just hair, he said. She handled styling and built the look for Destiny's Child. He also said the two remain on good terms and blamed the early ending on scheduling. So when it comes to Matthew Knowles, child, it's given, honey. He will give you an excuse quick, fast, and in a hurry. He hasn't always been the upstanding guy. When you think about this guy who not only, yeah, he raised and helped mold a superstar, but he had help with that. And actually, let me go ahead because I'm actually doing a segment on the Carters, Knowles, and it's not looking good. When you go through and you look at like their profile, it is not squeaky clean, but I wanna say when they did go viral, it didn't last too long, and a lot of people are saying that the Carters are paying people, like the Shade Room and things like that to run a good narrative, or if there's a bad narrative, then they don't run it. So if you're ever out there seeing stories about the Carters and some big blogs aren't covering it, some people are saying, "Hey, well, maybe they're on the payroll." All right. Now, speaking of being on a payroll, Terrence Howard believes confrontation with producer cost him Iron Man. Terrence Howard is reflecting on a moment he believes may have cost him a role in one of Hollywood's biggest franchises. During a recent appearance on the PBD podcast, the actor spoke about a heated exchange with producer Joel Silver while promoting the 2007 film, The Brave One. Howard said the tension began after he questioned why his name did not appear beside Jodie Foster's on the movie poster. According to Howard, Silver reminded him that Foster was the film's lead star. He said, "The reason your name isn't above the titles is because you're not the star of this thing. It's Jody," Howard recalled. The conversation escalated after that. Howard said he responded by warning the producer not to speak to him in that tone again. "I told him, you have to remember, I'm a man just like you. If you talk to me that way again, Imma knock your teeth out," he said. Howard believes that confrontation may have later affected his career. Then maybe 8 months later, I lose Iron Man, he said. "I'm sure that all those things played their part." Howard played James Rhodes in the first Iron Man film before Don Cheadle took over the role in later installments. The actor also recalled advice from Denzel Washington, who once told him, "Producers are trying to put money in your hands, but you won't open them." Wow. Well, sometimes your attitude or your behavior can really knock you off the map when it comes to opportunities. If you are not level headed, if you're not level headed, like you can just pretty much lose it all. Now, speaking of losing it all, child, okay, right on into this. Stefon Diggs cut by Patriots following Super Bowl run. Stefon Diggs is set to become a free agent after the New England Patriots decided to move on from the veteran wide receiver. According to reports, the team informed Stefon that he will be released at the start of the new NFL year on March 11th. The decision ends his tenure with the franchise after one season. Stefan appeared to acknowledge the news with a message shared on Instagram. "We family forever," he wrote. The 32-year-old athlete played a major role in New England's 2025 campaign. He finished the season as the team's leading receiver with 85 catches for 1,013 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Patriots advanced to the Super Bowl that season with Stephon serving as the offense's top target. His departure leaves a significant open in the team's receiving group and removes a key weapon for third year quarterback Drake May. The next receivers on the depth chart include Keyshawn Ball, Mac Hollins, and Demario Douglas. Stephon signed a 3-year, $63.5 million deal with the Patriots before the 2025 season. Only part of the contract was guaranteed. The wide receiver recently pleaded not guilty to charges of felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault and battery. It is not clear whether the legal case played any role in the team's decision. Now, one thing that I can say is they kept him covered like during the season and when the allegations had come out, and I feel like he got a little favor in the court by his court date or him it being pushed off until like after the season was over. But that was a lot, just oh, speaking of a lot, Porsha Williams asked judge to make Simon Guobadia pay legal fees. Porsha is pushing back in court as a legal dispute with her ex-husband Simon Guobadia continues to unfold. According to court documents, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star responded after Simon asked a judge to dismiss the defamation lawsuit he previously filed against her. Simon brought the case in November 2024, claiming Porsha made social media posts that suggested he suffered from erectile dysfunction. Simon alleged the post damaged his reputation and caused emotional distress. He also claimed the statements hurt his business. Porsha and her legal team denied the allegations, arguing that her posts did not identify anyone specifically. She maintains that the comments discuss a general issue that many people experience. Now, get into this. In January, Simon asked the court to dismiss his own lawsuit, citing immigration issues that make it difficult for him to appear for court proceedings. Reports indicate he was deported from the United States in 2025. Portia opposed the request and asked the court to require Simon to cover her legal costs related to the case. In the filing, Portia also referenced findings tied to Simon's immigration situation, claiming he used deceptive practices to fraudulently enter the United States. The court has yet issued a ruling on Portia's request for attorney's fees. Now, this is my thing. It's really just given like he just wants to do something, he just wants to be heard. And I feel like Portia has already moved on. She has, I think, like a year left in the house. I know she's filming the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta this year. It'll be out actually next month, on the 5th, April the 5th, I believe. And so I feel like she's moved on. I feel like he needs to honor that prenup agreement. Go ahead, sever ties, and let her go ahead and move on about her business. Okay. Now, let's get into it. Now, they are saying that Cardi B wants full financial disclosure from Tasha K. Cardi B has taken another legal step in her long running effort to collect millions from blogger Tasha K. On February 27th, attorneys for the Grammy winning rapper filed a motion in Tasha K's Florida bankruptcy case, asking a judge to allow a closer look at the blogger's finances. According to the filing, Cardi is requesting permission to review bank records and other financial documents in person. Her legal team is also asking that Tasha K's companies, Yellen Entertainment LLC and Stash Money Works LLC, disclose earnings connected to her YouTube channel and social media platforms. The request comes after a federal bankruptcy judge previously approved Tasha K's multi-year repayment plan tied to the nearly 4 million she owes Cardi following a defamation lawsuit. Under that arrangement, Tasha K was ordered to pay $1.2 million within 5 years, with the remaining balance to follow. Now, Cardi originally sued the blogger in 2019 over claims that she said were false and damaging. In 2022, a jury ruled in the rapper's favor and awarded her more than $3.8 million in damages. Tasha K later filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2023. In a statement, her attorney says she is currently in compliance with her confirmed Chapter 11 plan and intends to continue complying with all of its terms. So it sounds like, she's getting her money, but I think that, she's like, hey, um, you know, I see she's been working and, she's got all these other different, projects going on. What is going on with my money? Okay. And listen here, guys. Oh, I forgot I had a 9:30 appointment. All right, guys. So listen, I just want to thank you all so much for coming by to chat with me, to get the brief news and to get the tea. So we got all that in one. Listen, I've got to run for a 9:30 appointment, but this was a great engagement. I'm trying to get myself back in the groove of doing like daytime talk and giving you guys the commentary and getting you on your day. I have been inspired by so many people, content creators on here, um, and also, mentors and role models in my community. So I just want to thank you all for coming by and vibing out with the Queen. And I will see you on the next broadcast. Have a great rising on purpose. Until next time, so long.